What is happening, craze collectors? I wanted to do a quick video talking about why I'm probably going to make the switch from playing One Piece TCG to Dragon Ball Super Fusion World. OPO6 is not looking great from a price standpoint. Boxes are currently sitting at $240 on the pre-sale. This is absolutely horrible for people that play the game. I've been playing and collecting since set 1. And the recent spike we've seen with OPO5, now carrying over into OPO6, it creates such a difficult environment to really enjoy it. I mean, we went through this with Pokemon in 2020, 21, 22, Japanese product 22, 23, and I know what's going to happen. We all know what the inevitability is. Bandai is going to reprint these sets. They're going to make more product so that they can make more money. At the end of the day, they're a company and they're going to try and make more money, right? That's what companies do. That's what their goal is. So I see this turning into a Pokemon-like situation where, demand is really, really high, production's low, and then they meet that demand, they meet that production, and then all of a sudden demand goes down because people aren't buying the product to resell or buying it to get chase cards to resell those. I'm very hesitant to pay more than $130 a box, $140, $150 a box. I was able to get a significant, not a ton, but I was able to get a few boxes of OPO5 for, $130 a box. I got one for like $85 a box. And I was able to find some blister packs in the wild. And I hope that's the case with OPO6, but it's not looking good. I mean, all I hear from people and others is that this set is going to be printed less than OPO5, which makes no sense. I mean, I get it. Gear 5 is a huge draw. It's a big part of the story for One Piece. It's Luffy. It's in his ultimate form. But why wouldn't they think the game would get more popular and more players would come into it, more people would collect it after the 5th set? I mean, they should have anticipated this. Their goal should always be to meet demand, right? To keep prices around MSRP plus or minus 10%, right? So if a box is 100, it shouldn't be more than 130 on release, 120 on release, keeping it in that range. And they're not doing a good job of that. They have too much on their plate. They're making tons of different games. And it may seem counterintuitive to support Fusion World, but what I think supporting Fusion World will do, if you play the game and you enjoy playing the game like I do, One Piece is a fantastic game. I think Fusion World's a lot of fun. It's a little bit more complicated in some ways. It's a little more aggressive, but I want to try it out more. And the online client adds this added layer that no matter what, you can go play the game online, right? So if a set comes out and it's $200 a box, you can say, whatever, I'll buy the digital packs for whatever it is, right? So you don't have to get locked in. And I honestly feel like it's going to open up a whole new avenue. And if they do that for One Piece, I bet it will change the market completely, because a lot of what inflates box prices on release and shortly thereafter is the players trying to get cards. SRs are worth a lot of money because people are trying to play the game. It can inflate box prices. I do think that the online client is going to add a very different avenue for this game, where I think prices will be a little bit more steady. Prices right now are around $150 a box pre-sale, $155. They've been kind of bouncing around, $180, and they've been kind of slowly decreasing, which is good. I mean, you want it to be affordable. You want the game to be played. I see some shops with a lot of people showing up. I see some activity online. And I think the game has a really strong shot. I'm most interested to see how the online client does, if it gets a lot of players, if people really enjoy it. I'm not paying these crazy prices for One Piece. I'll probably try and do a couple pre-release events if the prices are like normal, like how normal pre-releases are supposed to be, where it's like $20 or $30 and you get 6 packs, you make a deck. That's fun. Those events are fun. They say that set 7's going to have that same problem. I see people all the time in local discords, quitting the game because it's unaffordable. It's like they love One Piece. They love to play this game, but they're getting out of it. They're like, I'm done. I'm not paying these prices. I'm not getting taken advantage of, which is really, you can't blame them. You really can't blame them. Hopeful. I don't mean to make kind of a negative, angry video, but I'm a little bit furious about it. I mean, I'm a little bit irritated that they can't manage their game appropriately. These things can't happen overnight. You have economies of scale, you have overhead, you know, with printing more, with, you know, getting more facilities online. But, you know, treat your players correctly, right? Treat the people that are going to carry this game. The players are what's going to carry this game into the future. Collectors, sure. But the minute these things aren't valuable, I don't know. When it comes to these other games like Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, all these other games need a player base to survive. That's who's going to be buying product for the most part. If there's a set that's not as hyped, a perfect example for One Piece is set 3, right? Set 3 has a undesirable manga rare with Soja King, and it's, you know, Sniper King, and still prices didn't tank to 0, right? Prices were 130, 100. They stayed at MSRP because people still bought the box to play the game. So they had their base level demand, and prices didn't tank, right? Because it's still a really loved played game. And that's what you need during the lulls when the market dips on a card game. You need your player base that still is going to buy boxes, still going to crack packs, still going to collect, and collectors too. I mean, you need both to really be successful, but that's what's going to carry you through. Anyways, that's kind of why I'm into it. I mean, you know, talking about the gameplay also, I mean, I've talked a little bit in previous videos, but it plays very similarly. The leader system is great. The color lock leaders is amazing. I think I'm spending more time on Fusion World because I'm excited for its future. I think that it has a bright future with the game, but we'll see where it goes. We want to grind more games out and try and be the best, baby. Let's go. All right. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to catch that subscribe button and have a great rest of your day.